There are three holy ideas associated to type 7. They are all important to understand what are the higher mental aspects that 7s get in touch with when they evolve. The first holy idea is called holy wisdom. Holy wisdom means that I simply see that the plan that God created for life, that that creation itself is wise. And creation is not something that happened back then, somewhere, when times started, but it's something happening now. So what holy wisdom really means is that everything that's happening right now, that life brings me, is the wisest possible thing that I could ever experience at this moment. Holy wisdom implies a whole acceptance of God's plan for us. It's like if God sends me an episode of suffering, this is what I need the most, and I will suffer. And when this suffer ends, I'll stop suffering and I'll be experiencing something else. If there is birth, I experience birth of someone in the family, or death, I will experience death until the grieving process is over. And then if there is a challenge, I will experience it. And after the challenge, there will be something quite nice happening. Because this is how life is. It ups and downs. And it also takes the experience of sadness to be able to truly know happiness. Sometimes 7s think they are happy, but happiness for 7s doesn't take long. It goes away and they get bored, and then they need to jump somewhere else, and many times they make as if they were happy. They may even think they're happy, but it's not that simple. So holy wisdom is the higher mental understanding that all that is happening, all that is happening comes from His wisdom, from total wisdom. And therefore, I understand that unless I am connected to His wisdom, I am not wise. Meaning that if I start choosing which experiences of life to live and which not to live, I will not do it wisely. I will be limiting myself, not developing necessary experiences that the wise one wants me to experience. Holy wisdom also implies an inherent understanding that the ways God communicates with us are very particular. Basically, He offers us opportunities for growth, but He also offers us opportunities for suffering. Because unless we break our hearts, we don't really open up the spiritual heart. All of us in the human condition need suffering to a certain degree to do inner work. There's no inner work without suffering. Now, all suffering is also really not a good idea. So, holy wisdom points to the need to experience what life is bringing me now. And then we connect that to the second holy idea called holy work. Because what is happening right now is God's work. It's not coming out of the blue. It's His holy work. And I'll align my work with His work. I'll just accept. And God is enough. I don't want anything else, just what God is sending me. Hasbun Allah. And the third holy idea is holy plan, meaning that the unfolding of events in my life is a holy plan, not any plan. It's His plan. It's His work coming out of His wisdom. He knows better. I don't know anything. I'm very limited. So it's pointless to try to leave a few things that life brings me and not to leave other things. Is it hard to leave a few things? Yes. But I can do it. And if I do it, I will go to the other side and experience peace right next. A deeper peace. A peace that only people who have gone through hard times can experience. So the opposite of all this is the fixation of planning, which is I will not follow God's plan for me. I will make sure that I will live only what I want to live. So I will have my own plans, and that includes having multiple alternatives so that I can run to another when the first one becomes threatening, risky, or boring, or sad. So planning is our resistance against the plan of God for us. It's very simple, actually, very simple. What is it that we need to focus on? It's always the answer is, it's whatever is coming to my life right now. If it's not coming, I shouldn't go look for it. I need to accept what God is bringing me because He's always bringing me what I need to leave. Like, if a certain friendship or a relationship of any kind is changing, maybe, you need to see if there is a part of you there, if you need to do anything, but don't insist much. You don't really know why, but sometimes you are being taken care of when you have to experience the pain of separating from someone. So it's pointless to do too much effort to make something happen when that thing is not ready to happen, or which is when it's not happening more spontaneously in my life right now. Now, the higher emotional aspect for sevens is sobriety. As we saw a little bit with our friend in our last panel, it has to do with a total focus on being here and now, wanting nothing else, being grounded, and sobriety has a lot to do with silence and stillness. It's the position of a soldier, but not any soldier, it's a soldier of God. Like, I'm here and now, I don't want to get distracted. I will not consume anything that will derive me or push me away from my path, that will not do me good. I'll stay here sober. Sometimes sobriety has to do with staying sober because I'm not using drugs or smoking or drinking or having any kind of narcotic. Sometimes it's TV or Facebook. But in other times, it's simply that the person is staying at the moment and not indulging herself in any kind of pleasure. Sobriety is the wisdom to not give all space and all voice to pleasure impulses. Sobriety is going more with the will of staying in touch with myself and with God. And sobriety is also the very commitment to doing inner work before everything else. It needs to come first. In sobriety, sevens say no to the multiple options that were previously open because of gluttony, which is the passion. Gluttony is the heart's desire to have a little bit of everything, diversity, and I want to try it all. Just a little bit of everything, of each thing. I want to have all experiences, and that is because I don't want to commit to any. I want just to live life like tasting all I can, but not going deeper. Staying shallow in whatever I'm experiencing. What a pity, because this leads the person to never feel true fulfillment. What a pity. So, gluttony has to do with attending to more immediate impulses for pleasure that come and go. That at this minute is this one, and the next minute is another one. Having multiple options, multiple ideas, and not sticking to any of them, having both, and not having any. Gluttony is the insatiable need to leave all that life has to offer. Losing touch with the one thing that matters, which is being here and now.